Hey, hello, hello. Welcome back to another stream on the Haunted Hippie channel. Today is a little different. I am in a new home, obviously. I'm in a brand new location. I should probably stack my mic up a little higher, actually. I'll do that in a second. But yeah, we just moved in a little over a week ago. I do not yet have my shelving set up. We don't have our bed. We don't have a TV in here yet. It's kind of echoey because there's like nothing on the walls. So thanks for bearing with me anyways and showing up tonight. We are just here to hang out, but there is actually quite a bit of horror news that I wanted to cover. Obviously, we have to talk about the future of the Saw franchise because a pretty big deal was just made recently. I'm going to be doing a trailer reaction to the new Sledgehammer horror short film. I'm really excited. I haven't watched that trailer yet, but they're my dearest friends, and the trailer's pretty short, so I'm hoping it's not spoiling too much. But I think that they're on like a similar wavelength to me with like modern trailers, so I think we're in good hands. I want to talk about the casting of Jake Gyllenhaal in M. Night's new movie. There's going to be a When Evil Lurks sequel. Oh, Crystal Lake started filming, so I wanted to get some details about that. There is a new movie coming from the filmmakers behind The Boy Behind the Door. That was a really good, underrated movie, in my opinion, on Shudder from a couple of years ago. There's going to be a new Linda Hamilton alien creature feature. So I don't know any of the details about any of this. I thought that we could react to everything together today as we do. Let me prop up my microphone, then I'll start saying hi to the chat. And there we go. Higher up. Better. Hopefully that's better. I don't know. The echoing in here is really throwing me off. But here we go. Here we go. Who is here? Alexius, thank you so much. I do know that there are going to be 4 Beatles biopics coming up soon. And I'm pretty excited. I can't lie. And like that cast lineup is pretty nuts. Yeah, Paul Mescal, Harris Dickinson, Barry Keoghan, and Joseph Quinn. It's like all of the best up and coming white boys of the month, of the past couple years. You know what I mean? Him, I have been avoiding the trailers so hard because I'm so excited for it. Yeah, it's quickly become one of my more anticipated of the year. I felt like because we didn't get a lot of updates on it for the longest time. I kind of it was on the back burner. I'd kind of forgotten about it. But then when I had to start actively avoiding the trailer in the theater, I was like, oh, yeah, these little glimpses I've had look promising. Oh, thank you. Do I think that Jose was also inspired by Mean Girls when writing my character Fiona? Because he gave me Jan from Mean Girls vibes. Oh, I appreciate it. Yeah, that's the character I'd want to be compared to the most, probably. So, but I don't know. I don't know actually if he is a Mean Girls fan. He is a fan of Heathers. So I think that was actually the movie that he told me to watch. That was an inspiration, was Heathers, which is like the OG Mean Girls, I would say. Sup stink of butts. Hope all of you are well. Oh, good. I'm glad that you like the new space. Yeah, I posted my first video from this space earlier today. If you guys want to see my review for 28 Years Later, that is up now in this space. So have at it. Thank you, Sean. What's a horror movie that has not got a remake you'd like to see get one? Your answer be Wes Craven's Shocker. Yeah, there are some kind of like obscure made-for-TV movies that Wes Craven did that absolutely should get remakes because was Shocker made for TV? I can't remember. He also did another one that was like about, I think it was like an AI robot assistant or an AI friend, like a robot friend or something that I guess I don't know, that's kind of been overdone. Maybe not that one. God, so many things have gotten remakes. It's like, what's left? I know I always say Halloween 3. Maybe, maybe, maybe Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Is this a safe space for me to request a remake to Killer Clowns from Outer Space? Because I think that I would like to see that. The only thing really lately that's given me hope for something like that actually is the new Lilo and Stitch. I was not expecting to love that movie, and I totally did, and part of the reason why is because Stitch gets into some brand new physical comedy hijinks, and that's what Killer Clowns from Outer Space is all about, so I was like, "Oh, maybe that could be done." Is this a safe space? Let me know. Thank you, Robert Eggers is directing A Christmas Carol. Is that gonna be after his werewolf film? I hope so. We've gotten a lot of Christmas Carol movies, but would definitely trust him to make a very bleak, dramatic version of that. I could see him doing that well. Hello. Still on vacation in Seattle? Oh, great city. We'll have the best time. See you soon. Hey, Abby. Hello. Hello, Tyler. Hello. Thank you. I saw Friendship on Saturday. It was good. It was an uncomfortable and funny watch for sure. Very relatable though. I agree. Sometimes we look, I don't care who you are. We've all been the guy that can't hang at one point or another in life. Yeah, I love that movie. Hello. And oh, hello from Argentina. Thank you so much. Ah, it's the peace I feel, the peace and joy, like moving in with your partner when you have such similar taste too for like decor and everything, and that part's easy. It's been so nice. And he's always like there, you know? I go to bed and he's there, and I wake up and he's there, and it's like awesome. Hello. Oh yeah, Carrie started filming. I did want to talk about that today. I didn't know if there was like really any news about that, if there's really anything to be learned, but if there is, we can find out. We can find out. Hey Patrick, hello. I thank you. I credit Victoria, the makeup artist. She did my makeup so well. I agree. I think I looked good. And yeah, my voice was deeper because I feel like that's like one of the it's kind of hacky. It's a little hacky, but if you change up your voice, like even just doing that can help you get it like be a different person. Like it was something that helped me get into character, but also because like Wednesday Addams was a big inspiration and she puts on a very flat affect. So for me to do that, it just meant like making my voice deeper, which I guess maybe is my natural register. Like if I don't know. I'm a very emotive person, so my voice goes up and down a lot, but I was trying to take all the emotion out of my voice, and maybe that's just like my natural pitch is just like really deep. So yeah. It was. It was deeper. Hello. Salutations. Madam Web. This is one of my Madam Web. I haven't watched that yet, but it's on Netflix. Should I? Would that be a fun, silly, goofy time? Hello. Yeah, I mean, I didn't look super deeply into everything, but you guys always bring stuff to my attention anyways. So anything that I miss, feel free to put it in the chat. So I use now that I finally have like the newer version of the AirPods that have the what's it called? Not sound control. Why can I not think of the word? You know what I'm talking about. They block out most of the sound, and then also I'll just like watch a YouTube video on my phone until the actual movie starts playing. Oh yeah, hell yeah. It's the best one. 'Twas why I got it. Uh is it the one with the popcorn guns? I think so. That sounds right. I haven't watched it since we all watched it together, and I feel like that was that less than a year ago now? I feel like that was over a year ago now. So I don't know. And I've only seen it twice, but I love that movie. Um does he? Oh my god, I hope so. I have no idea. Or Ryan Gosling. I don't know, he's one of the heartthrobs. That sounds about right. Yeah, me too. I was so surprised, honestly, because the Snow White just came out a couple months ago and was awful. And it was hard it was getting hard to tell if I was just jaded about the creative bankruptcy of modern Disney, and it turns out that's not the case. It's not the case at all. Because I loved the new Lilo and Stitch. I was so surprised by that. Oh, well, welcome. Um, I'm the wrong person to ask. I would say yes for that audience, absolutely. But for whatever reason, the cyberpunk aesthetic is like off-putting and strange to me, and my brain like rejects it. So, for example, Lee Whannell's Upgrade, I think is a good movie. But I could only get myself up to like 3.5-star level of enjoyment with it because those that type of dystopia is not for me, and it doesn't compute all the way. I don't know. Zach Galifianakis made some interesting choices that I probably wouldn't have made. That's all I'll say. Oh, Nightbreed. I haven't watched the original yet, but I have it on Blu-ray. I think thanks to one of you guys that sent it to me. But I have not seen that one. So perhaps that. Cheers from Toronto. Nice. I'm pretty good. I might need to pop off to grab some throat lozenges at some point because I have been sick and I'm mostly over it, but my throat is still kind of feeling it a little bit, which is annoying. Hello. Equals gravitas. Did I have gravitas in Morgan Killer Doll? Be honest. Let's see. Oh, I'm working on a script. Horror, of course, is my first time doing so. Writer's block is getting to me. Oh man, any tips on script writing? It can be anything. Ugh. Shit, do I have any tips on writer's block? Honestly, like in my experience, my best ideas have just like written themselves in my head and like I can see it in my head. And so then I just record what's going on in my brain. Um so if that's not happening in my brain, then it's really hard to write. Like I got a tip from Jose just like about how he writes, and essentially he will like make his room pitch black, and he will like put a blanket over his head and like just be locked in with his laptop, and apparently that helps him to forget everything else and like literally put himself into the world that he's writing. And for him he's like I think he said something like I take a trip and I just block everything out and I go there and I visit the characters and I watch them talk to each other and stuff. He means all theoretically, but I don't know, maybe that would help if you tried like a sensory deprivation method. I'm the complete opposite where I like to be moving. So like when I'm traveling, especially if I'm in a car, if I'm on a train, I love to have my laptop and I don't know, just like the movement, like moving helps me a lot because I feel like it's keeping my brain in momentum almost. So yeah, I don't know. I just feel like everybody's psychology is so individual that I'd feel like an imposter if I was like, well, the only thing you can do is just sit down and force yourself to keep writing. Because I guess that's kind of what I do. Like if it's not a moment where I'm seeing it in my head, and I'm just sitting there and it's a little more painful and I'm having to really think about like, dialogue next, what's next? Okay, what's the next? Like if it's not coming naturally, I just kind of sit there and force myself through it. So I feel like I don't have good advice. Watching movies always helps. Just exposing yourself to new imagery, new places. That's why I like to write when I'm traveling. But shit, man. Hopefully I gave you something there. Hopefully there was something. Thank you so much, Lexius. Don't want you to get typecast though. I feel like you'll be good in other roles. Yeah, I mean someday, who knows? I have a toe dipped into every pot. Isn't that a visual? I have I'm mostly focused on my writing, producing, directing, like my independent stuff, but I love acting as well. And obviously always give myself creature roles as well. So perhaps I am getting myself a little invested in acting, aren't I? um, but my creature acting roles in Somnum and Liked, I think, are both very different, and in Famished, it's yet again going to be something completely different. So I at least don't typecast myself, so you won't have to worry about that. Unless you consider me just doing creature acting mainly to be typecasting. Perhaps you do. Oh, watched all the Fast and Furious movies this month. Lost some brain cells. I can imagine. The only one I've seen is the one that James Wan directed when I was doing my deep dive and my research into his career. And it was a movie. It was a movie. Yeah, I'm glad that you enjoyed it. But yeah, no, the trailer shows a lot. The trailer shows a lot that I won't mention. I'm still waiting like I think a couple weeks to start posting spoilery stuff. I need to post more pictures from the Plaything music video is what I need to do. Ugh. My favorite type of horror, I would say folk horror. I'm pretty certain of that. Pretty certain. Complete opposite for me. Writing in public helps me a lot. Yeah, right? I like to hear people talking, gives me ideas for potential dialogue or interesting situations. Yeah. Honestly, me just going out and having life experiences is really what does it because every single thing I've written has been a self-insert to some extent. Like because obviously everybody is writing from their own worldview, and I could be writing a character that's the complete opposite to me, but maybe I'll give them maybe the way that I rationalize things, and so then that'll be the self-insert, and it's like, yeah, I don't know. At least with my feature scripts, a lot of the dialogue I've written is like actual conversations I've had in my real life. So, oh my God, if you're having writer's block, go out and get drinks with your friends. You know, go, I don't know, do something offbeat with a group of your pals. Go on a little adventure, you know? Even if it just means like you all go to a new restaurant or something, you know? Hello. I should start getting into the news. Why don't we go ahead and react to the new Blumhouse Saw news together? So Blumhouse bought the rights to the Saw franchise, and I'm gonna read up on it a little bit here before I share more opinions. But yeah, so Blumhouse has acquired the rights to all future Saw films, shows, and other properties featuring Jigsaw. They paid an undisclosed amount, of course, for the part of the franchise currently owned by Oren Kools and Mark Berg. Kools said it felt like the right time to pass the baton, while Berg said he wanted to move on and tell new stories, which is interesting because from what I remember, like people report on things, but I don't remember a lot of sources cited or anything. But apparently, the reason why we didn't get Saw 11, even though it was announced to release literally a year after Saw 10, and there was all that momentum and like the fandom was all in and everyone was excited, was because of, I guess, like creative differences between the producers. And then I don't know, maybe it gets into it in this article. I kind of doubt it, but that's just what I remember hearing. And I don't know if it was between just the producers or if it also involved whatever writing team they had on board. I don't remember if Darren Lynn Bousman was supposed to come back, but yes, Lionsgate will continue to be a partner in the property and retain its existing 50% ownership. With the deal, the franchise makes its way back to James Wan, who directed the original Blood-Soaked Saw in 2004. Indeed. So I don't know. Hopefully they get into this a little bit more because I don't know if they're conflating like Saw is back in James Wan's hands with just literally the fact that James Wan's studio Atomic Monster has merged with Blumhouse. I don't know. That's kind of a big thing to conflate, in my opinion. Jason Blum said that Saw had defined a generation of horror. Its cultural impact continues to grow, making this a strategic investment in one of the most recognizable and successful genre properties of the last 2 decades. Very true. Blumhouse CEO said that Juan and Lee Wanell, writer of the first film, will be brought back in the fold and will help guide the future of the franchise. Saw holds a special place in my heart, Juan said, adding, coming back to this world with a fresh perspective is both thrilling and deeply personal. For me, this will mark a significant creative return to the Saw franchise for the first time since the early days, and I'm very much looking forward to embracing the original spirit whilst pushing the legacy forward in bold, unexpected ways. So it does not say that Wanell and James Wan are going to be actually writing. This doesn't even say if they're producing it. I'm assuming that they're coming on as like creative producers, would be my guess. And obviously probably investing some capital as executive producers would be my guess, the way that John Carpenter executive produced the new Halloween trilogy. That's my best guess. But you know, Juan did say that this is the first time he's having more of a major creative involvement with it since the early days. So maybe we can you know, maybe we have a little bit of hope for their involvement. I don't know. I apologize for that one. Hey, forget about it. Hey, forget about it. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. You know, that's what the streets have been saying, honestly. And I'm very touched because my fellow actors who are much more experienced than I were very complimentary and said the same thing. Oh, you're a natural. You're a natural. I was like, you're just saying that to make me feel better. But if everybody's saying it, if the streets are saying it, who am I to deny the streets? You know what I mean? So yeah, go watch Morgan Killer Doll. People are having fun with it. Oh, if I had to make my own slasher movie, what would it be about? Would you ever make a slasher short film? Funny you say that because I am working on developing a slasher with my producer, Kayleen. I'm going to be sharing more details about that in my Patreon video on Wednesday, actually. Oh, they were? Oh, good. Okay, good. 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 You're welcome then. I don't know if they'll ignore the past 10 movies or maybe they'll reference them in some ways. I don't know because also it didn't mention anything about the creative direction. It didn't mention anything about Tobin Bell. And it is hard for me to imagine Tobin Bell coming back in a really meaningful way. I feel like at this point, just I don't know. Am I reading too much into his age? Maybe he is a lot more able than I'm aware of, but I felt like in Saw 10, even though it was such a strong performance, him being 20 years older than the character was supposed to be actually made him a more believable, chronically ill character. And you could just, you know, tell he's slowed down quite a bit. I'm like, I don't know. I feel like he would probably come back for voice acting for Jigsaw, like for the puppet. Maybe he'd come back for the climax. I don't know. He's like in Saw 6, he only had 6 minutes of screen time. So maybe we would expect sort of that level of involvement. I don't know. Maybe they're going to try to do another spinoff. I don't know. Because if it's going to be James Wan and Lee Wanell, I wonder if they're similar creatives to the Philippa brothers, where they have like a Bible of lore, if not literally, then like maybe just in mind when they were so involved with the original trilogy. Maybe they're going to go for some kind of spinoff. I don't know. Blumhouse is sucking up horror franchises like Kirby. Are you talking about Kirby vacuums? Are you talking about the multi-level marketing pyramid scheme, the Kirby vacuums? Drunk people are a good inspiration. They help me writing lyrics for my metal death. Oh my god, I'm a little rusty on streaming. Jesus. Yeah, go fail at something. Good stories come from those. Yeah, let me tell you, I've worked through a lot of my interpersonal mistakes through screenwriting. Let me tell you. Yeah, you experience the most random things when you're out around people. I remember being at a club with my friend and a random drunk white guy gave me his drawstring book bag and left. See, you can't write stuff like that. You know what I mean? Go, yeah, go. No, that's bad advice. Okay, don't do this. I was gonna say, go get in a little scuffle with a really emotionally immature person. You will not believe the kind of things that come out of their mouths. You won't believe it. Saw still better be gross feeling and looking. I don't think Blumhouse has chops like that. I see what you're saying, and I respect where you're coming from. But I think that David Gordon Green gave the new Halloween trilogy a decently gritty atmosphere. I think especially Halloween Kills, and that was so brutal that I'm like, I actually do think we can give Blumhouse that credit for green lighting stuff like that, like brutality like that. So maybe we can have some hope for Saw. And Also, like, James Wan is still doing really unique, original writing. I mean, Malignant wasn't the most popular thing ever, but I loved that movie when it came out. I think I might have enjoyed it a little less on the rewatch if I remember, but I mean, he's still just like when he gets back into horror, he does really unique, original, batshit stuff. So maybe I'm being too optimistic here, but I feel like these are people we could potentially put our faith into with Saw. I know that people have a lot of really strong feelings about where the new Halloween trilogy ended up, and agree. I agree. I still love Halloween 2018. I love Halloween Kills. I've opened my heart and I have allowed Halloween Ends to grow on me. Um, you know, The Exorcists. I mean, no, The Exorcist. It was just The Exorcist is one of Jose's movies that he did a mockbuster of The Exorcist. But David Gordon Green's The Exorcist. I don't think she's ever gonna be good. I don't think she's ever gonna grow on me. But I I I I think if we look at the material, we can be a little bit optimistic. I think. I don't think that they'll turn Saw into PG-13. I think that they have good PG-13 franchises going for them. They have Five Nights at Freddy's, and the second movie is probably gonna make them like $1 billion. Do you think the second movie might be their first billion? No, probably not. No, probably not. I'm just saying things. But they also have Megan. They've got and all the Insidious movies I think have been PG-13. They've got a new one of those coming out. I mean, they have their PG-13 staples. I think that it would be strategic to leave Saw as R-rated. It like I don't see how you could bring back the original mind of Saw and then stray so far from the original material as to make it PG-13. Like, I don't know if they I mean, okay, there's always the chance that they go back to like the gore level of the original film, which was not much. Like, not much blood was spilled in the original film at all. It was more just like conceptually a lot. You didn't see him saw off his foot. We didn't see that. We saw a little bit of blood, and then cut to Doc's foot's gone. You know what I mean? So I don't know if like aesthetically they would kind of spiritually go back to the first movie, because even when L and Juan were involved, they were involved through the original trilogy, right? And then I think they fully stepped off by the fourth movie. The third movie is gross. Like, the third movie is nasty. I'm gonna double check this, but I think didn't L write the first three? Maybe one of you guys knows. You can put it in the chat. Which Saw movies did Lee Wanell write? Co-wrote the screenplays for Saw 2 and Saw 3, and yeah, he wrote the original, I think, on his own. So co-wrote, I don't know who are his co-writers on Saw 2 and 3. I'm not sure. But yeah. So, and the third one was gross. The pig that like makes me queasy. Makes me queasy. So I think we can be optimistic. I don't know. Am I wrong? Share all your thoughts. Oh, Kirby the video game character. Which one was named after the other? Thank you. I take that as a really big compliment. Thank you. I'm not working on a slasher short film. We're actually developing a slasher feature that we're going to be chasing funding for later this year. But yes. Hell yeah. Welcome. Do I think that Blumhouse will ever change direction? No more spoiling trailers. Not a majority of the movies needing to be PG-13. I don't know. I think that like movies. I think that studios get so married to their brand that that's really hard to say. Blumhouse. The only times that Blumhouse has changed direction where it seems like they've had a vibe shift is towards the more generic. Like I've said this a million times, but like Blumhouse discovered Oren Peli, right? Like Paranormal Activity was the franchise that built Blumhouse, you know what I mean? What why am I having trouble remembering like the early days stuff? Here, I'm gonna like rattle off some stuff from their Wikipedia page. Blumhouse Productions. Wait, no. Come on. Blumhouse. I just want to see. No, not Blumhouse Productions. Maybe I have to put in like Blumhouse movies or something. There usually Wikipedia lists all the okay, here we go. I found it. Sorry. Remember when they did Whiplash? Like what? Yeah, Sinister. I feel like they found Scott Derrickson pretty early. I mean, James Wan obviously did Insidious for them. The Purge. I mean, damn. They did Oculus. I think that was Oculus was Mike Flanagan's first studio film. I mean, like, holy shit. You know what I mean? Yeah, they did Whiplash. That's just so insane. They did Unfriended, which was like one of the first of the computer found footage movies, you know? Like the point that I'm making is I feel like, you know, the end of the 2010s, you know, when they were putting out like they did Get Out, like Hello, they did Happy Death Day. Beyond that point, it was like they acquired Halloween and put that out in 2018, and then from then on and like the 2020s, it was just like, oh, that works. Purchasing popular IP works really well. So that was like a big shift that I feel like Blumhouse took now, like almost a decade ago. Can I say that? And do I see them shifting back? I don't know. The new Halloween movies were rated R. Like, I think that they would make the new Saw movies R. I don't think that their overall vibe would change because, like I said, I mean, Megan does really well for them, obviously, and Five Nights at Freddy's. So I don't know. Don't know. Hello. Not sure what else can be done with the Saw franchise. Saw 76 Seed of Jigsaw in the skilled nursing facility. Well, but John Kramer has already passed away. You know, it would have to be a prequel or an interquel. You know, I have watched Looper. I enjoyed it. Yeah. Knowing the massive popularity, I don't think Five Nights at Freddy will get 1 billion. I feel like it'll make a ton of money. I think it could do more than the first movie. I don't know about Megan 2. I don't know. I feel like Blumhouse will get there though. Someday it seems to be the goal. I'd be down for a new Saw game. There are Saw games. Of course there are. I should have known that probably. Should I purchase one? Should we play together? I don't know what they are. You think the Blumhouse peaked when the Purge movies came out, made a comeback with Halloween mixed with Kills, then fell again with Ends and more, and haven't gotten back up. I know, I'm trying to think of like the last Blumhouse movie that I enjoyed. Let's look. What have they put out recently? I mean, I enjoyed Drop. Oh, what am I talking about? Their remake of Speak No Evil, I really liked. I really, really liked. And then before that, we get Afraid, Imaginary, Night Swim, Five Nights at Freddy's. I'm sorry, babes, it was bad. I'm sorry. The Exorcist Believer. I really liked Totally Killer. I really liked that one. In 2023, I enjoyed Insidious: The Red Door in 2023. You know, it's giving mediocrity lately, you know, but one can have hope, I think. I don't know. Am I excited about the Ma sequel? Oh my gosh, we should talk about that because I remember when the first movie came out, like, you know, I didn't think it was very good, but it actually it's gained a lot of fans in the time since because I feel like there was like the consensus around that time was that that movie wasn't very good, but I mean, I could be down. I could be down. I need to give it a redemption rewatch for sure, and I'm totally open to doing that. So, Ma 2 has been confirmed, with Octavia Spencer returning for the sequel, which like, ugh, I love when literally Oscar level actresses on a very literal level. Like she win? I don't remember. Or she just nominated. I l- I love when they're unpretentious and they're like, "Yeah, I'll come back for Ma too." Like, oh my god, I love it. And you know the fact that she shows up for like 5 minutes in Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, it's baffling, and yet I'm just so glad she's there. Do you know what I mean? There's more Ma on the way. She could become an icon. Why not? She's a little unconventional, but goddamn, we need more female killers. Yeah, so she's reprising her role. No director attached or release date set. Okay, interesting that there's no director attached yet. It's proven to be a social phenomenon since its release in 2019. That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying. And Jason Blum said, Ma likes to say, don't make me drink alone. So we're thrilled that Octavia will join us again for a second round. That was clever. That was clever. The original film, blah blah blah. First movie, the film was grown. Yeah, okay. So this is what I was saying. Oh wow, oh my god, it made them $61 million at the time. But the film has grown an even stronger following in the years since, spawning various memes, including parody posters and reaction images. That's so true, actually. Yeah, I've seen a ton of memes with her on it. It's definitely had a second like cultural life. Spencer joined in on the fun in 2020, holding an online contest for the best mom meme. Bless her. Oh my god. In 2024, she referenced the film in a short video posted by the Kamala Harris presidential campaign. Get out of town. Wow. Okay. Ma featured as one of the re-release selections for Blumhouse's Halfway to Halloween. I didn't get out for a single one of those. I'm very disappointed. I can't remember why. If I was like, I think I might have been out of town that week or something. Something was going on, but yeah, so I think we should get stoked. I feel like we can definitely go into Ma 2 with a lot of optimism because of how they have treated Megan. I think that the production of Megan was taking itself relatively seriously, but then I mean, not completely, obviously, because they knew what they were doing with her dancing and stuff, but leaning into that even further and like doing the market research of, oh, the girls and the gays are eating Megan up. Like, we're hold on to your vaginas. That's coming out of Megan's mouth in the next movie. Like, they know what they're doing with that. So I can only assume that like they're going to be leaning into the meme culture as well with Ma 2 and hopefully kind of just having fun with it. Like, I'm down. I'm down. Thank you for asking about that, Julian. Thank you so much. Do I like The Doors? I figured you must because you like psychedelic rock. I think I have like a couple of their songs saved on my Spotify, but I don't know. Music is such an endless well of experience. Like I it's not a band that I've gotten into. Like even if you just take one genre or even a subgenre like psychedelic rock and you will never find all the bands that you could possibly love within that in your lifetime. And it's beautiful. It's sad, but it's a beautiful thing. So yeah, I don't know too much about The Doors, but I think I have a couple other songs. Hey. I think that I'll be able to bring it back. We're probably gonna wait until the Black Friday sales to get a new TV because the TV that was in my bedroom that is up in our living room now, it's not quite big enough for the space. So we're thinking that we will shop the Black Friday sales in November and get ourselves a bigger TV for out there and probably put that one in here eventually. So we might not get the cozy ambiance back until like December, probably, of this year, but it'll come back. I think so. Oh, they do? Do they like do they produce documentaries ever? I wasn't seeing that on the list of their productions. Wait, let me I don't see any of that. Maybe they have oh wait, short films, documentary films. Oh my god, they produced Our Father. Did you guys watch that? I think it was a docu-series on Netflix about the what is it called? The a doctor of like fertility treatments. Was he an OB? I don't remember, but oh, he was like inseminating all of his patients with his own juice. Disturbing. I didn't realize that Blumhouse produced that, but it looks like that was the last one that they produced. No, the last one was August of 2022 called The Youth Governor. Yeah, so I don't know, they haven't been doing that much lately. Oh, maybe in their TV series they've been doing oh, yeah. Okay, so like 2023, there's True Crime Story, Look Into My Eyes. Yeah, okay, so I wasn't really aware of this. Oh, they produced Killer Cakes. That one was on Prime, and Matthew Lillard was like one of the judges. Danielle Harris was one of the judges. I kind of watched the first episode, but kind of was like skipping through it. It wasn't great, but it was like a bake-off show. It was like Cake Boss meets the horror world. It was a little bit fun. I know, right? It's so random. It's so random. Yeah, when they hit their complete bangers, I know. They haven't fully lost the sauce. I totally agree. Oh, good. I'm glad that you enjoyed. Glad you enjoyed. No, I haven't. I don't know if that one is supported on Mac, actually. I'm still making my way through Alien Isolation. I'll be playing that tomorrow, by the way. Actually, sorry, excuse me. Excuse me. My schedule's been a little bit up in the air this week because I got invited to an event and then didn't get any of the details of said event. So I've been waiting to hear back about that. Don't know what night that is, but as of right now, should be playing Alien Isolation tomorrow. And hopefully finishing that before the year is up, because I also Inside went on sale for like 99 cents, so I purchased that like a couple months ago now. So I want to play that after Alien. And then yeah, there's a whole world of gaming to get into for sure. Black Phone 2 is looking really good. I haven't heard any new updates about that, so I wasn't planning on talking about that today. But if you guys have heard anything, let me know. Well, misses than hits, in it. Yeah. You liked Five Nights at Freddy's? It was mid at best. I'm biased though. I did have fun with it. Blumhouse has its occasional hits, a lot more misses, which is like I think par for the course because studios are putting out as much as they reasonably can in a calendar year, and that's just inevitably going to mean that you're wading through some of the quantity to find the quality. You know what I mean? She won an Oscar for The Help. That was it. Thank you. A24 does make some very good horror movies, but A24 is starting to fall into some of their own traps, some of their own trappings. Luckily, though, they still seem really committed to giving chances to new artists, and it's only becoming apparent now what their involvement might entail, and maybe that's kind of morphed over the years, but there are definitely the A24isms that you can point out these days. So I'm just hoping they don't get too bogged down in that. I mean, that's a very personal question, but I feel like we should work to destigmatize that kind of stuff. Hell yeah, my Xanax prescription has saved my fucking life. So big ups to Xanax. Yeah, absolutely. I have a panic disorder, and basically my whole like psychiatry rap sheet is like all the anxiety disorders. I really am fine day to day, but I do get panic attacks sometimes, and yeah, I am very pro medication for that. I don't want to know. I don't want to know life having panic attacks without that. So yeah. Yeah, the pervy doctor. Yeah, that guy. It's really disturbing. Like, I can't even give it a solid recommend. Like, I enjoyed it and found it very enlightening and very interesting, but that was like one of the darkest things I'd ever watched. It, yeah, it's just too much. Oh, a mini projector? That's also a good idea. That's a good idea. Because I honestly don't mind not having a TV in the bedroom. I kind of like the separation of being out there and then like because you train your brain, like when I'm sitting at my desk, I used to edit and type and do a lot of stuff working from my bed, and then sleep was tough because bed was workplace, but now there's separation of desk is workplace, living room is where watch movies, bed is where get tired, you know it's a real like psychological phenomenon of like the placement of your body and training it and maintaining your sleep cycle. So I actually really don't mind not having the TV in here. Maybe a projector would be a good idea. Meme culture is ruining new release movies. Yeah, it focuses on virality over substance is not good. Yeah. I was gonna say, I feel like that was definitely true during pandemic era, especially, and the morphing of movie posters to thumbnails and like how the culture of that has shifted. But you're totally right; it's still happening, and in a bad way. Still happening in a bad way. You're very right. Yeah. Um, not new to this. I'm true to this. Yep. Yep. I have had that prescription for many years now. Many years. A new movie called Iron Lung. I've not heard about that. Weapons, I've been seeing some really, really interesting marketing about it. I think that tonight actually there's special screenings in select locations and stuff, which is kind of crazy because the movie doesn't come out till August, right? So yeah, I'm getting pretty excited for that one. I I think the trailer is out, right? I haven't watched it, and I feel like I already kind of know too much about the movie, but I'm sure that there are a lot of surprises in store. I kind of don't like that the marketing itself is very suggestive of like bigger and badder and stranger than barbarian. Like undersell, over deliver is always my advice. So I just don't know about that. I don't know about that. Well, it's fine. It's fine if that helps general audiences to get into the theater. I think that's fine. If the only consideration is the bottom line, which I think I saw a TikTok of somebody talking about that. Oh, yeah, this woman Tepper, she has really good advice about just industry stuff. I think that she has like workshops on pitch decks and screenwriting and stuff like that. She was the one talking about it. Like, is it worth it? She was talking about the mismarketing of Materialists, how it was marketed really, really heavily as a very goofy rom-com, and it's very much not that. So she was saying, like, how worth it is it to deceive the audience into their seats? Because ultimately that might give you a good opening weekend, but then you could suffer a really drastic fall off if people, because like the world that we live in now, like unfortunately, there just is not the critical thought process of like, oh, well, it's not the movie that was marketed, it's this instead. And so I accept it on those terms, and that's what it is. No, it's like if the movie is marketed in a way that doesn't match the film, then people go, oh, well, like with Materialist, for example, oh, well, then it's a bad rom-com. Which, like, I just don't think in today's climate of like just where people are at mentally and just a lot of people like using Chat GPT every day and smoothing out their brains. Like, I just don't know if that's a good place for us to be in. I forget where the start of this train of thought came from. I forget. What the fuck was I talking about? Anyway, Thank you so much. Do I ever think about doing top 10 lists of daylight horror movies like The Wicker Man and Midsommar? I mean, those would be the top two. Those would be the obvious top two choices. So, as far as a whole list, there's just not a lot of. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. I ate dinner before this and now I'm digesting it. So sorry. Um, what other horror movies take place in the daylight? Like those are the two, and they're in the top 4 on Letterboxd. So that would be a good, I mean, I would have to do some digging, so maybe that would be a good list for me to do. I don't know. What horror movie production company slash companies do I think consistently produce the best horror? A24 is a very basic answer, but I also like their non-horror stuff. They dip into like every genre, and I like pretty much everything they do. So in terms of horror, maybe I would actually say Neon. Maybe I'd say Neon. Although I don't know if I entirely love what they're doing with Oz Perkins and his deal he's got going on with them, because he's been really hit or miss for me. But generally I think Neon. Oh, that's good. I mean, I would recommend staying that way then. I hate the modern trend of out of context flash frames of the most disturbing parts of the movie. I hate, like, that's been going on forever. Like, I love Bloody Disgusting. It's where I get so much of my horror news, but they will always use like some of the most disturbing imagery from the film, and in my opinion, like spoil things. They'll maybe spoil like a huge jump scare, or they'll spoil like a creature reveal just casually at the top of an article, or just like on an Instagram grid post. It's like, what are we do? I get that that's how they sell the clicks. Like that's how they get people to read their articles. Like that is just how it works, and I try to respect that. I do, but it's like, I don't know. We live in a world that needs more privacy, that needs more mystery, that needs to shut the fuck up a little bit, you know? So, yeah, I appreciate you bringing that up. Uh, I think, didn't they greenlight a sequel a while ago? I think they did. I swear we've talked about that. I feel like they greenlit it like really soon after that came out. And also, what am I saying? Shudder is one of the best companies consistently producing good original horror. Sometimes it's like it's hard to say because sometimes I get mixed up with what they actually produced versus what they have acquired to distribute. I like it takes an ounce of time to just look and be like, oh, a Shudder original versus a Shudder exclusive. It's like it's that easy, but a lot of times I just look. Anyway, yeah, Shudder's killing it. And they're also like starting to get good at dipping their toes into more broad stuff. I mean, Clown in a Cornfield I thought was super enjoyable. So I think Shudder is also kind of a jack of all trades, and they're not me doing a free fucking ad for Shudder. What am I doing? I don't do sponsorships anyways, but I'm not a very good business person with YouTube, am I? How did me and Scott meet? We met at the grocery store. I think I feel like I've told this story on live, right? Haven't I? We met a long time ago now though, but yeah, he followed me to my car in the parking lot, which was scary at first, but then he started talking, and I got a good vibe, and the rest is history. Now we live together. You know what I mean? Oh, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, that's true. That took place in daylight. I feel like for that one, I often forget that because so much of the movie, so much of the third act is the dinner table scene and then being in the house. So I forget that, but that's totally true. Don't Worry, Darling is I don't consider that a horror movie. Feels more like an episode of Black Mirror, maybe. I don't know. Oh, the pre-roll on trailers. Oh my god. I feel like that's something that has been done for a pretty long time though, but yeah, where they literally put a little like 5 to 10-second teaser at the beginning of the trailer, and then the actual trailer starts. We have lost the plot. We've lost the plot. Baby, the attention spans. If they're that bad that that marketing research has pointed to, hey, this is what we got to do. Satan help us. Satan, my father, Antichrist. No, I'm the Antichrist. My father, I don't have another name besides Satan. Devil willing, we will get past that. Anyway. Yeah, no, literally, the way we met is literally the plot of Fresh. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, there's no upside to spoiling something for someone. Some people just don't understand that. Because, like, I am just so far removed from the mentality of wanting to know a lot about a movie before going into it. I just can't understand it. So I can't really speak to it. I just can't. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, this is a little resin crow head that Scott and I found at a little occult shop that he got for me. It's my new favorite necklace. So thank you. Oh, guys, I need to react to my friend's trailer. It is only like 1:15 long, so it's super short. Let me just make sure that I have my settings right, by the way, and that you'll be able to hear it. Because lately, I don't know what it is. People have been saying that they can't hear when I'm playing Alien Isolation, and I'm like, why? One sec. Okay, I found the trailer. Now let me just make sure my settings are correct when I share my screen. Okay, it says that also share tab audio. All right, so I'll just turn it up if I can. Hello? All right. Audio's turned up. Hopefully this will work. But oh yeah, just explain this a little bit. So this is, I think this is the second short film that is being produced by Sledgehammer Horror. And if you guys have been around for almost any length of time, I love the Sledges. We've collaborated many times. We met the first year that I started my channel, I think in 2020. Pretty sure. Maybe our first collaboration was in 2021. I can't remember, but we go back. We go back. So yeah, I'm stoked for them. I am excited to catch the vibe here. So let's react to this new trailer together.
Where do you think you and Wendy would be if you hadn't come to counseling at all?
I don't know if we'd still be married.
I have a cabin. It's where I hold private workshops for intensive couples counseling.
What would we do all weekend?
I'll be there on Saturday and Sunday to facilitate the workshop, and you and Wendy will have your privacy Friday and Saturday nights.
I'm willing to try if it can get us to where we want to be.
Oh, hey. Oh, didn't mean to sneak up on you there. If you guys feel like partying later, feel free to stop by. I'm Michael, by the way.
I love the weirdo in the woods trope. My
Just
God.
that guy from earlier. He really creeped me out.
Well, I'll protect you.
Wendy, where are
Oh no,
you,
spoilers.
Wendy? You should run.
Oh my God, I love him. Okay, wait. Where Michelle Hansen? Okay, I'm not familiar. I should have asked Ken more about this. July 13th at GhoulieCon. Oh, good for them. Okay, so that's premiering at GhoulieCon. I'm not sure when that's going to be premiering to their channel, but good for them. Good for them. It's a step up in the production value, I think, of their first short for sure. And also, I'm such a sucker for the for like I love a mix of a psychological component with just the classic crazy guy killer story. So yeah, the couples counseling thing, I'm all on board. And I just love Ken and Ashley, so good for them. So that's gonna be coming out pretty shortly. I bet that it'll premiere to their channel probably shortly after GhoulieCon, if I had to guess. Oh, the bye post on my Instagram. Oh, so good. Wait, is that still gonna be there? I'll show you guys if you don't follow me on Instagram. Oh, it's not there anymore. I didn't. Oh wait. Oh, the video should be saved on my phone. Hold on. Right? Or did I delete it already? I probably did. I never save I never save my stories, you know? Where is it? Oh, maybe it didn't save. Maybe when you repost something, it doesn't save. Alas, it was a great video of Scott Mazzapica from Killer Doll, one of my co-stars, doing the bye 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 dance. Yeah, it's really good stuff. I can't tell you. I think that I have seen him perform that dance 4 times now. I missed that performance, but he did it again on set. You have a lot of downtime when you're acting in a movie. You know, you just have hours of downtime. So, but that didn't mean that he wasn't performing. Let me tell you. Yeah, he's great. I loved the cast so much. Oh, you got a VCR? Fun. Fun, fun, fun. Yeah, I've been building out my own VHS collection because it's just good nostalgic fun, you know? Like late at night, maybe you build a little fort in your living room or something, and then you throw on a VHS of the original Scream or something, and then you feel young again. They are solid people. Yeah, and they're such good interviewers too. Like, I think that was definitely the best interview we did for Morgan Killer Doll. They're just so good at keeping everybody in the conversation and keeping things flowing and everything. So definitely check out that interview too. Yeah, it gives me Speak No Evil vibes. Definitely. Definitely. Oh, and yeah, and like Creep as well. Definitely. And I really like the name Desperate Measures. No, we were just talking about this. I'm trying to avoid the trailer for Weapons. Yeah, watching trailers for movies I'm excited for is generally not for me, but Ken and Ashley. And now I kind of, no, I'm not having regrets. I want to hype them up. You know, they did so much work to help promote Morgan. They did the interview with us. That was a live stream that they put together pretty last minute. They posted a review for us. So, like, no regrets hyping them up. But I wish it wasn't spoilery. I wish it wasn't spoilery. But maybe there's a lot more up the movie's sleeve. You know what I mean? So, is the slasher feature your next film? Are you planning another short? Yeah, we're still fundraising for Famished. Like we're very like business minded about the projects that we approach next. So like I also have a feature length script of Liked. I have a feature length script of Famished. So we're trying to like produce as many proof of concepts as possible, really. And then but that is the next feature that we're pursuing. So yeah, the Famous short is still happening and I'm still very stoked about that, and fundraising is going well. So your dad threw out with your books. Oh my god, that's horrible. That's horrible. Yeah, now it's the Deadpool dance. I reject that. It's still the bye 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 dance on its own. The only one I currently have is a Lion King. Oh, nice. Yeah, horror ones are tough to find. Like, and Scott has been learning this because he's always been into vintage clothes. But he actually told me, oh yeah, like old horror t-shirts are some of the most coveted pieces, some of the most expensive pieces, because horror collectors, for whatever reason, above any other genre or anything, are the most obsessive about maintaining their collection. Like people with horror collections of and like VHS tapes and everything are so prone to holding on to it. Like we don't get rid of our stuff. At least I certainly don't. And that's also, I think, the reason why I hardly ever find, you know, good horror movies secondhand. I've had, I think like most of them sent to me actually in my VHS collection, but I think I found on my own the entirety of the Jurassic Park trilogy. I think I found all that on my own, if I remember correctly. But yeah, I've got some Disney clamshells from back in the day as well. Oh, thank you. Yeah, thanks. I had a lot of fun on that music video. I'm very, very proud of it. That was such a fun little collaboration. Came together very quickly, shot it in one day. You know, everybody was working for free. It just was a fun little collaboration. I don't really have many thoughts on it. It's not one of my most anticipated. I saw that recently. I don't know if it was today, but they released. Wait, let me. I think on Bloody Disgusting, I saw that they were talking about this, how they released a bunch of new posters with the cast on them, and how each poster has a different little phrase on it. Ugh, where was that? They post so many articles a day. It's so hard. Oh, here we go. Your history. Yeah, okay, wait. Okay, yeah, we can let's look at all of them together. I don't think it'll be that. I don't think this should be spoilery, right? I think this is an interesting marketing tool. So your popularity won't save you. So she's the popular girl, okay? Your good intentions won't save you. Is she going to be the good girl, or maybe she's like the religious girl trope? Your money won't save you. Oh, we got a rich boy character, naturally. Your guilt won't save you. So maybe she's going to be the one that's advocating, we have to tell somebody. Your kindness won't save you. Got it. We got a nice guy. Your facts won't save you. Is she going to be a nerd? Is she going to be, wait, she's giving kind of goth. Is she going to be, are they giving us a Randy, Kirby, Mindy character? And I Know What You Did Last Summer? Don't actually tell me, because I don't want to watch the trailer. So don't actually tell me, but you know, your experience won't save you. Ugh. Your history won't save you. Okay, well that's those aren't very different at all. Do we think they're surviving this sequel, by the way, Freddie Prinze Jr. and Jennifer Love Hewitt? I feel like one of them is definitely going to bite it. I feel like it's just going to be following the Scream 5 Dewey rules. That's just the feeling I get. I don't think both of them are making it out of the movie again. I don't think there's any way. There's no way. No, it's a little crow skull. It's not a real one. It's a resin one with a little crow skull. I did not watch that trailer. Been avoiding them for years. I don't know. I'm just in the fold. Like I follow publications like Dread Central and Bloody Disgusting. So I see when movies are announced, and then when it gets closer to the release date, I know like kind of what areas of the internet and stuff to avoid like first looks and trailers and stuff. So I'll see the announcement of Jordan Peele producing a new movie called Him, about a football player, and I'm like, okay, sold. Like that's all I need to know. So just find a good news source, find a good publication. Yeah, right. Mostly I just see Titanic at the thrift. Oh, that's funny. Well, I get the Criterion collection of Flow. Ooh. I just moved. So like I don't have Criterion collection money right now. I had a 20 in my purse that I was able to get a bunch of physical media with at a garage sale. But no, this girl cannot be spending money on Criterion right now. Absolutely not. But someday, I hope. Yeah, Scream 5, especially the marketing, with the character posters, but I'm still excited for it. Yeah, it's kind of, it's self-aware. It's not great, but it's like, I Know What You Did Last Summer has always been a Scream ripoff in many, many ways. In many ways. So they're just following the Scream trends whoa! Did not mean to just hit my desk. As they always have. So, whatever. If I had to pick just one, my favorite decade for horror movies. But I don't have to, so I won't. I have honestly thought about that, like ranking the decades of horror. Like honestly just saying like fuck it and starting all the way back to the 1920s and just going based on the trends and the styles of each decade and kind of doing it that way, but I don't know if I can do it. Each decade contains such multitudes. Like I can't. I'll blow a circuit in my brain. You know what I mean? So I'm sorry. I'm still getting over this cold, and it's my throat is hurting. Right, The Ring is just it's good for so many reasons. That being among, one of the top reasons. um I think it's worth a one-time watch. Definitely. Found a card game where you guess the movie on a horrible description. Ooh, let us know the name. Let us know the name, babes. Let me see. What else did I have on my list? Oh, yes. Okay, so we've gone through Saw, the trailer reaction. You know what I'm really curious about? I want to talk about Crystal Lake. Starts filming. Crystal Lake begins filming. Ah, yes. The working title is really funny. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Yeah, begins filming under the cheeky title Mama's Boy. Love. I live. Look at the and they got a custom clapper for it too. That's beautiful. You know things are looking good when there's money in the budget for a custom clapper. Yeah. So, showrunner Brad Caleb Kane announced that filming is officially underway. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. From Peacock and A24 that will serve as an expanded prequel to the legendary slasher franchise. Yeah, Mama's Boy is a great working title. Love that. Behind the scenes photo. Production day 1. It's real, folks. Gonna be directed by Michael Lennox. Oh, who did Dairy Girls? I've heard only good things about that show. I really want to check it out. With the slate listing Maceo Bishop as the cinematographer, The Watcher and The Curse. Oh, wait, The Curse as in the show with Emma Stone and Nathan Fielder. That's a gorgeous show. Oh, that's great. Right, Linda Cardellini is starring as Mrs. Voorhees. Oh my god. William Catlett. Why can't I put a face to his name? Cameron Scoggins. Also, I'm unfamiliar. Also unfamiliar with Devin. I'm unfamiliar with the rest of these people. I'm sorry. Sorry. Okay, so Linda Cardellini's Voorhees is being described as a mother who had given up a singing career to raise a special needs child and takes a dark turn when she loses her son. So there, I can't remember if that was part of what's her face? Oh my god. Why can't I remember the original actress? Betsy Palmer. I can't remember if that was part of Betsy Palmer's original narrative that she made up for the character, because I do remember that the backstory that she created was that she fell pregnant and it was a different time, and her parents were unaccepting of it, so she ran away from home and found this safe space in the camp where there were all these counselors she felt like she could trust to watch her child, and she had a good job, and then of course took a dark turn. So yeah, it'll bring the franchise back to life after 16 years. 16 years. That's crazy. I guess I should be following Brad Caleb Kane. I'm not following him. But yeah, that's dope. Dope. So yeah, share your thoughts. William Catlett was in Abigail, so I should know who that is. William Catlett. I have not seen any of his stuff. Who was he in Abigail? That movie came out over a year ago, and I never rewatched it, so I don't remember. But anyway, cool. Okay, cool. I like Crystal Lake as a title. I do too. I think it's quite good. Oh wait. Oh, where was I in the chat? No. Nor did I see John Williams in what would probably have been his last performance. Stupid. I just, it's just one of those things I forget to be looking out for, but at least I've seen Danny Elfman. John Carpenter also has announced some shows, and if I don't cross that off my bucket list, I give you a hall pass to murder me, by the way. I don't think it's weird. In the 90s, Screaming I Know What You Did Last Summer used to be compared quite a lot. No, I don't think it's weird at all. Like, I Know What You Did Last Summer I mean, I don't want to call it a ripoff, but it's like obviously following the trend, you know? Poorly Explained Movies, The Game. Okay, cool. Thanks for that tip. Right on. Yeah, there's also a release date for Silent Night, Deadly Night. I want to say that it's like, was it December 12th or something? The one with what's his face from Halloween Ends? Roarin. No. What's his Rowan Campbell. Roarin. Oh my god. Yeah, then Silent Night, Deadly Night release date. No, not the original. Oh yeah, December 12th. Yeah, December 12th. To be released by Cineverse. Does that mean directed by Mike P. Nelson, by the way, which is great. Does that mean where is it going to be released? Theatrically. Oh, baby. It's going to be released theatrically? Okay, hell yeah. Hell yeah, brother. I'm actually kind of excited for that. Last year was the first time that I watched the entire franchise, and I did a ranking of all 6 movies over on Patreon if you want to check that out. So I'm actually pretty stoked. I think it'll probably end up being one of my favorites of the franchise because it wasn't my fave. I was sold Miss Thang, Miss Velma, Miss whatever her name is from Dead to Me. That was such a good show. Oh, too bad it went down the tubes, season 3, but whatever. Yeah, Linda Cardellini's my girl. She's my girl. Live is Perfect Timing. Baking Down 3 VFX shots that I'll say are similar to the Dark Knight Two-Face effect. That sounds like a lot of work. Sounds like a lot of work. I do, unfortunately, have to tell you, I'm not going to be live for too much longer. I can feel my voice starting to go a little bit. Dominic Fike's Mama's Boy song has to be on the soundtrack. I wonder what the vibes are going to be like. Do you think that the aesthetic, the soundtrack choices, all of that, do you think that's going to have a modern sensibility, or do you think that they're really going to be trying to transport us with the aesthetics as well? Because obviously it's going to be a period piece set in... When did Jason pass away? Technically, hold on. I need to look up the lore. When did Jason Voorhees pass away? 1957. Okay, yeah, that was further back than I thought. So yeah, I don't know if it's just gonna be... Well, no, because if that were the case, then the show would like be in black and white and stuff. But you know what I'm talking about? Like, do you think it's gonna be really grainy? Do you think... I don't know if they're like shooting on film or what. I don't know what the vibes are gonna be. Yeah, Danny Elfman was sick. Ugh, was sick. But yeah, so then with that, like, do you think that the soundtrack is gonna be 50s songs? I'm really curious what the vibe is gonna be. I don't know. I don't know. They haven't given us that information. Just join the chat. Well, welcome, Dirt. Sorry if I missed it. Have you heard anything about The Burbs remake with Keke Palmer? No. I've not seen the original The Burbs, though. So we would hit intellectual bedrock on that one fairly quickly, but thanks for bringing it to the chat's attention nonetheless. Yeah, it's its sister series, yes. And there even is there was the MTV show of Scream, and there's the Amazon Prime show of I Know What You Did Last Summer, and it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. Like, I could even see myself rewatching it someday. It wasn't bad. A favorite bad horror movie? I think on my channel, like, famously, if you asked my subs that, they would say The Bye Bye Man. But there are many. Bad cinema has its place so deep in this world. And I have always said this, and I will always say this. Top 5 composers: Hans Zimmer, John Williams, Danny Elfman, Michael Giacchino, and Ludwig. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna try on that one. But for me, I would put John Carpenter in there. It'd be Hans Zimmer, John Williams, Danny Elfman, John Carpenter. Oh my God. It's on the tip of my tongue. My brain keeps wanting to say Alfie, and that's not his name. That is so far from his name. This is gonna drive me up the wall. I can't even remember the movies he's done. Hold on. I literally need to Google like famous film composers. Who the fuck am I thinking of? Not Bernard Herrmann. Alan Silvestri. Jesus Christ. Alan Silvestri, who did, Back to the Future, Forrest Gump, Polar Express, Predator, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, Captain America, Avengers Endgame, Oh God, that would have driven me mad. Did Death Become Her? Lilo and Stitch. Yeah, Alan Silvestri is in my top 5. I would have to say. Anyway, yeah, of course, Kevin Williamson also did I Know You Did Last Summer. But I also was speaking more like generally over the course of the franchise, and even the TV shows are similar. Anyway, Howard Shore did Lord of the Rings, of course. But they modernize it, get those social media plugs in there. Sure. Oh yeah. Knives Out 3. Tell me why I'm a little bit worried though. Because why didn't it have like a $350 million budget or something? And I'm like, what kind of money laundering is going on? Why does a Knives Out movie need that kind of budget? No, sir. Yeah, you actually were right. What did I say? Alfie? I was a little close. I was a little close. Oh shit. Okay, so he did some Nolan stuff. Okay. Fair enough. So all the Pretty Little Liars cast and crew are open to come back for a movie or a revival series. I'm sure they are. Oh, I'm sure, she said. Oh, I'm not surprised. I don't think their phone lines have been very wet. And I mean that to say, I think that they've been dry. I think the offers have been a little dry since those glory days. So color me not surprised. Hey, bring it on. I fucking loved Pretty Little Liars. Loved it. I was okay with the reboot series. The first season made no type of goddamn sense at all, actually. It was like good and entertaining. The reveal, it made no type of fucking sense. Okay, it just didn't. So that wasn't good. I don't know if that would be any indication of the quality of an actual revival series where the actual main original cast would come back. I don't know. I don't know if I'd have high hopes for it. I don't know. John Powell. What did John Powell do? Let me look him up. Honestly, Alan Silvestri makes it into my top 5 just for Back to the Future alone. What was that? John Powell. What did he? Oh, the How to Train Your Dragon movies. Sure. Oh my God, he did the Ice Age movies. Oh, those movies are. Oh my God. No, actually, the score in the Ice Age movies is so good. He's done a lot of animated stuff. Kung Fu Panda 2, Happy Feet, Rio, the first Kung Fu Panda as well, Robots. Wow, damn, Shrek. Holy shit. Wow, no kidding. Big ups to John Powell as well. Yeah. Oh, good. When my next live should be tomorrow. That is tentative because oh my god, am I in? This is why I never wear eyeliner anymore. My eyelids are so hooded. It always transfers. It doesn't matter. It always does. Right now, tentatively, it is tomorrow at the same time at 6 p.m. PST. I'll be playing Alien Isolation. I know that's not for everybody, so maybe I won't catch you then. But yeah, I should be live tomorrow, and maybe I'll schedule more later in the week as well. It just depends on if I get the details for this event that I've been invited to, allegedly. We'll see if I ever get the details. No, I did. Maybe we should end off on this because also with the Strangers, they just released a new poster, and I actually really liked it because we were literally just talking about this earlier. How the thumbnailification of the movie poster and how movie poster as art is for a really long time there, very much a lost art form. I feel like with horror and like indie stuff, we've definitely had some good posters. And I think that the Strangers 2 poster is decent. Strangers Chapter 2. Let's first look at the poster and then I'll try to find why is it so small? Strangers Chapter 2 poster. Sorry, I'm just trying to find a good image to share of it. Oh, here it is. Okay. So this is a new poster. I'm with it. I think it's fun. I think that the details of it are really nice. I don't know when posters started being this ratio. I really don't like wider posters. I prefer the more traditional, like, okay, that's tiny. What the fuck? Why are they small? Why are they small? I'm just trying to find. Maybe I need to like widen my. Nope. What's happening right now? What is going on? I'm just trying to show you the shape of posters that I prefer. Okay, this one. This is a good ratio. Why was that such a journey? I don't know when they got wide like this. I don't really like it. I also don't know when posters started feeling so kind of flat, but there are many details of it that I do enjoy. I enjoy that we see the tattoo on the wrist. We know that this is a stranger. She's holding on to her mask and you can see the victim's face in the blade. I think that's awesome. Also Madeline Petch is just like one of the most drop dead gorgeous people that's ever lived. So that helps. Yeah, so just a lot of really cool components of this poster. Maybe I can try to find as well the website, and then we can react to that together. Okay, so the strangers.movie, is that it? Oh wait, okay, hold on, I found a Bloody Disgusting article that should link to it. Wait, it has a pop-up this week was on in-universe website. Oh, an in-universe website. Oh, interesting. Okay, this is cool. Okay, I think I found it. Okay. So I got this off of the Bloody Disgusting article that was talking about this. So yeah, this is cool. This is really cool. Venus, Oregon, a community tucked between foggy pine trees and winding back roads. Come back soon. Don't be a stranger. Funny. Also how this little thing here. Wait, hold on. Am I in the right spot? Sorry. Just want you to be able to see it fully. How this little thing looks like the stranger's mask. That's cool. I forget what this girl's name is. Whatever. I'm gonna go ahead and opt out of that. This is it, but this is, I mean, well done. Like you can click on all this stuff. There's like an ad for the diner that they stopped at in chapter 1, which is cool, about Venus. Oh my god, this is so well thought out. Hidden gem in the heart of the Pacific Northwest. Nestled beneath the evergreens and wrapped in the mist of Oregon's remote wilderness, Venus is a quiet, welcoming town where time moves a little slower, and that's just the way we like it. With a population that hovers just under 500, Venus offers a return to simpler days, friendly neighbors, starry skies, and a main street that hasn't changed much since 1963. Founded in 1901 as a logging and rail stop, Venus has grown into a quiet, close-knit community tucked beneath the evergreens of Oregon's remote wilderness. I love this. It's fun, like getting in-universe lore about the town. Visitors often find themselves enchanted by the town's vintage charm. Carol's Diner still serves its famous cherry pie and bottomless coffee. The funny thing is, though, like I remember, like the town wasn't welcoming of them at all, right? So it's kind of funny that they would have a little like tourist website. I guess they need to lure people in, though. Besides the small town charm of our main street, the mountain trails offer a reprieve from bustling city life for those looking for the peace and quiet of nature. Surrounded by dense forest and punctuated by fog-laced trails, Venus is the perfect base for hiking, stargazing, and disconnecting from the modern world. Locals say the woods have a personality of their own, peaceful, still, and humming with untold stories. While we've had our share of tragedies over the years, what town hasn't? Venus still stands as a beacon of self-sufficiency, community, and good old-fashioned hospitality. Whether you're passing through or looking to stay a while, Venus offers a rare kind of welcome. The kind you don't find in the city or on brochures. We invite you to come sit a spell, have a bite, and maybe hear a story or two. Don't be a stranger. Come visit today. I love just the cheeky little, it's really good writing too. Like, we've had our share of tragedies over the years. What town hasn't? I feel like this is alluding to maybe in chapter 2, we're going to be learning some of the town's history, which is exciting and interesting to me. And offers a rare kind of welcome. I'll say by killing ya. Yeah. Cabins. Oh my God, you can click on all of these? This is too real right now. Like, oh my God. Wow. Oh, join or log in to book. That's so funny. Look at the reviews. We've only heard good things about this cabin from visitors around town. Everyone who visits seemed to leave with a smile. Experience that not to be missed, a little out of the way, but that's what makes it special. I recommend checking out the collection of records they have. There's some really good stuff. I mean, imagine how many little Easter eggs are in here. Right? Because I think in chapter 1, she like played one of the records, right? It was a really good experience. Though the woods can get a bit loud at night. Some animal even came out all the way onto the porch. Didn't get a good look, but it left soon after anyway. And you just know that was one of the strangers. That was one of the people. Highly recommend that anyone who's interested book right away. This cabin seems to go fast. Oh my God. I want to look at all of them. Wait, okay. Oh, this one doesn't have any reviews. Compact cabin near the creek, surrounded by moss and mist. One bed, one lantern, and a journal on the nightstand. Unplugged completely. Ooh. Let's see. This one, okay, so I clicked on the one that had the most reviews. Hand-built cedar cabin with screened porch and hammock. No neighbors for miles. Scary. Cozy, private, and perfect for slow mornings with coffee. Imagine, like, this gets you so much more into the world because this is not dissimilar to a lot of, like, Airbnb listings that you would see. If you're the type of person that likes to get away and unplug and you visit places like this feels real. And it makes the movie feel more real and more personal, Town archives. Oh my God. Original town charter. Ah, man, you have to put in your email for real. Okay, well, I'm not going to do that. Oh, wait. Visitor? Can I just say no, damn it. So then this probably gets you on a mailing list about news about, the release of Strangers Chapter 2, right? Public Safety Advisory. Oh. Issued October 21st, 2023. Attention residents and visitors of Venus, Oregon. Due to recent wildlife activity reported in and around the forested areas near Old Pine Creek and surrounding woodland trails, we strongly advise all residents and visitors to exercise heightened caution, particularly during evening and early morning hours. For your safety, please adhere to the following precautions. Avoid walking alone on trails or roads adjacent to dense woodland. Always remain vigilant and aware of your surroundings. Report any unusual wildlife behavior or sightings to the Venus County Sheriff's Office immediately. The safety and well-being of our community members and visitors remain our top priority. Thank you for your cooperation and understanding. Wow, I thought that would have more of a Easter egg moment. Wait. Oh, were there comments on that? Wait, hold on. I'll let Carol know we should close out a bit early tonight so everyone can get home safely. Stay safe out there, folks. Venus PD's got your back. Yes, the reports are true. A deceased individual was recovered from the forested area near Old Pine Creek. The state of the victim was consistent with other reported victims of wildlife attacks. What is this, Twilight? You know what I'm talking about? I'm so behind on the chat. I apologize. But I see Will Meister is here. Thank you. That poster is amazing. Almost makes the Strangers franchise, almost gives them another chance. I am, I think that the threads that they're setting up are really predictable, but they are threads that I'm interested in. So I'm gonna be sat for chapter 2. Like I'm there. Thank you so much. Sorry I missed your final stream at your other place. Ironically enough, I was in the middle of moving myself. Hey, we're in similar phases of life. No worries. I know, right? Like this is sick. This is the kind of thing that movie marketing is missing. I know it's so very much giving the original Blair Witch Project with the members of the cast being on, on MySpace and their last login date correlating with the events of the movie and having whole profiles and stuff. Yeah, it's great. Hello. I know it's so fun. It's so fun. And it'll be fun, like in retrospect, to go back if anybody wants to and see, anything that they missed. Strange figures spotted. Who are they? Well, this is a first for me. Never thought I'd be writing about something that's got folks on social media all worked up, but here we are. By now, most of you have probably seen the security camera footage that's been making the rounds online. A couple people in masks walking around town late Tuesday night. The image has been shared hundreds of times with all sorts of wild theories about who they might be and what they're up to. Oh, dun, 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 dun. I'll be honest, when I first saw it, I had to chuckle. Growing up here, you get used to folks doing odd things, especially when the weather starts to turn and people get that restless energy. Could be someone's kids getting an early start on Halloween preparations, or maybe some of our young folks are planning something special this year for this year's community events. We've always had creative types in Venus who like to surprise people. This person's in on it. They're in on it. That said, I did check with a few folks around town to see if anyone knew what was going on. Sheriff Rotter mentioned that they've had a couple calls about suspicious activity, but nothing that raised any real concerns. People see masks and immediately think the worst, he told me, but we've looked into it. There's no indication of any criminal activity or threat to public safety. They're all in on it, I'm telling you. Carol over at the diner had a different take entirely. Probably just some visitors who don't know how small towns work, she said with that knowing smile of hers. People come here thinking they can wander around at all hours without anyone noticing. Well, joke's on them. We see everything. Carol is a character who's come up multiple times in these little blurbs. I have to admit, there is something a little unsettling about seeing masked figures walking around at night, even in a town as safe as ours. But it's probably just because we're not used to strangers being so bold about it. Most folks who pass through Venus tend to keep a low profile, respecting our routines. These three seem comfortable enough, which makes me think they might not be strangers at all. I've been saying this. Whatever the case, I'm sure we'll figure out who they are soon enough. Venus isn't exactly a place where people can stay anonymous for too long. Until then, let's not let some grainy security footage get us all worked up. After all, if there's anything to worry about, I'm confident our community would handle it the way we always do, together. Keep smiling, Venus. If you spot anything unusual around town, feel free to reach out. So I'm assuming that the plot that's being set up is like majority of the town is in on it, but some of the town isn't. So it's going to be up to our leading lady to discern who to trust, perhaps. Maybe they're planning a surprise for the community. We love our traditions here, and people are always trying to come up with fun new ways to celebrate. I think it's kind of sweet. People see three folks walking around and suddenly it's a federal case. Give me a break. Probably just some of the high school kids messing around. This literally is so accurate to like any Reddit forum I've ever read. Sheriff's right. Check the footage myself and just looks like kids being kids. Probably someone's teenagers getting creative before Halloween season. As mentioned in the article, BPDF has looked into these reports. No criminal activity detected. Likely harmless pranks or early Halloween prep. Citizens should report genuine safety concerns to our office. The cops are in on it. The cops are in on it. I'm sorry, but oh my god. This is the only one we haven't clicked. I want to look at everything. Yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with this. This is great. Hello, welcome. You hope that they update it closer to the movie. Maybe they will. I don't know. There's a lot. Like somebody put a lot of work into this. Larry and Lucy's burger stand. Oh, this was in chapter 1. Very randomly. Like all the characters that were introduced here, it was so random, and it was like, okay, right. I'm watching a trilogy. Right. Unofficial gathering spot. When the burgers are simple and perfect, just means a real draw is the atmosphere. There's something about eating under those string lights with the forest pressing in around you that makes conversations feel different, more honest, maybe. If you want to know what Venus folks really think about things, this is where you come after dark. Ooh. An unmarked trail. Ooh. Asking longtime residents, they'll point you in the right direction. Mill's been abandoned for almost 40 years. That's not a location that we got to see in chapter 1. Ooh, are we going to get to see an abandoned mill in the second one? That would be fun. Trees are some of the oldest in the area, something cathedral-like. Woods aren't just beautiful, they're alive in ways we don't understand. The deeper ravines, underbrush. And this also colors the production design of it all, because if you have a character walking in a forest, whatever, but then you learn all the history of the woods, there are deep ravines hidden beneath the underbrush, places where the ground gives out without warning. Wild animals keep themselves mostly, but wander off trail too far, you might start to feel eyes on you. It just adds textures to it, And you hear stories about hunters who don't take kindly to folks poking around where they shouldn't. Respect the woods and they'll respect you back. Carol's Diner has items that aren't listed anywhere. Wait, why can you click on this? Oh, look at that! Oh my god! Who did all this work? Like, oh my god. I hope it wasn't an intern. I hope they got paid. Because this is work. This is a lot. This is like full-on website design. Try Saturday slice, roasting pie. She only makes these for folks who seem like they really get what Venus is all about. Just don't ask for substitutions. Definitely don't ask if it's vegan. Oh, I think the characters did that in the first part, right? Got a sign behind the counter that says we reserve the fresh. I can't. It's fine. My mouth is losing the plot. Mirror Lake. I don't think we didn't see a lake, did we? That's pretty cool. Most folks know about it, not a long secret of history. Oh, it's said that before the town was founded, this lake was where the original lumber workers and traders set up shop. They say that the lake's surface was so reflective that women and men alike would become entranced by their reflections as they passed by. The story goes that on one particularly rainy day, one of those days where the storms come and go as quickly as the breeze, a woman ran towards the tree cover surrounding the lake to wait for the rain to pass. When she looked into the water, she saw her face as a blurred silhouette, but disturbed. A rippling smile graced her double's lips, and without warning, 2 hands reached out of the water and pulled her in. Don't look at your troubled reflection in the lake, the townsfolk would go on to say. All you'll see is your mirror image. Some say it's just a legend, but others say that when you look at your reflection in the lake on a rainy day, your reflection smiles back. Creepy, right? But don't let an old ghost story keep you from visiting. The lake is very safe, and the folks who live around there are some of the kindest, most welcoming in the whole town. But if you do go, just don't look in the lake too long. It's funny. And then this was our location for chapter 1, wasn't it? Now here's something for the adventurous types. Tucked away in the pine cabin, properties in local hands. Part of the original territorial local folklore has given it a deliciously spooky backstory. Its historical significance runs deep, even as far back as the town's original settlers. Some say it's haunted, others claim it's cursed. All I know is it makes for great campfire stories. If you want to know more about the local lore around Pine Creek, it's best if you go find it yourself. There's not a person in town that doesn't have a story or two to share about the cabin. It's a great icebreaker to make some friends. These days, it's available as a rental to folks who want the full wilderness experience. Find a working piano, vintage record player, nights in white satin. Music seems to follow you from room to room like it knows you're there. Yeah, the isolation isn't for everyone. You'll definitely want to pack extra supplies. But if you're looking for a stay you'll never forget, this just might be your spot. Book now. Wow. Got to join or log in to book. Damn. Man, that's great. That is so great. I'm not going to, put in my email and all that, but wow. How fun. How fun. Oh my gosh. Okay. That was a lot of reading, and I've been doing a lot of talking, and I also shot some videos today. I got to save my throat because I'll be seeing you tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining me for some more horror movie news. It had been a little while. First stream on the Haunted Hippie channel in the new place. Hopefully by next week, I'm going to have my new physical media shelves up, and we're going to, get the backdrop looking a little bit more filled out and stuff. So yeah, thanks so much for joining. If you've been following along for Alien Isolation, and then join me at the same time tomorrow, and hopefully I'll see you then. Bye.